Well, we just finished looking at assignment 6, framing the problem, and we know it's about our poor teacher training, and then we know we're looking at the minimum amount now of student engagement. The minimum amount of student engagement is bigger than what we think. Student engagement in the classroom is crucial, and without engagement, it is hard for the teacher to even hear and or see how the student interprets the information, uses the information, and or maybe even explain their understanding of the information. The best thing about student engagement is the opportunity that is present to them to make the lesson fun and entertaining. Though this may be, it is subjects like math and science where we see students are the most silent. And are students silent because of the challenge presented to them? Or are they silent just because, I don't know, maybe they need to be taught a different way? There used to be 4 different learning styles: visual learners, oral learners, oratory learners, and tactile learners. But in today's classroom in America, we know that there are actually 7 kind of learners: the visual learning, that through seeing, the auditory learning through hearing, the verbal learning through reading and writing, the kinesthetic tactile learning through doing logical learning through logic where there is a cause, and then there's the socializing and learning through groups, solitary study, and even learning alone. These different learning styles demand today's educators to find the different ways to meet each student where they are in the lesson. As it may be tedious, it makes teaching so much more enjoyable as you seek and find different ways to reach each student and make the lessons and information available to them. This is the mission that teachers want to see more students involved in, their engagement. This is the answer to finding ways to increase the engagement in our classrooms. This goes beyond textbook rules and always allows educators to seek within the lesson and within the boundaries to find ways to further intrigue students and help them to get involved and engaged in every lesson. The Schlepper-Grell, that's in 2004. As a student is challenged by different science lessons, it is important that teachers seek different ways to turn the impossible possible. Teachers need to find different ways to use and involve science information and books into their busy days in the classroom. That's from Goldman and Bassians in 2002. This includes the excuse to have fun experiments about food coloring at the end of the day, or maybe an excuse to incorporate STEM days every week. Ideas like this can truly inspire students and encourage them to get more involved. How does this involve literacy? Well, as the teacher, the shift towards literacy truly starts with you. Incorporating fun word walls in science and using competitive word games and lessons is one way to encourage the students to truly get involved. It cannot stop there. Using the tool of small group discussions is an even greater way to allow students to encourage ideas and exchange ideas on what they have and know and want to know while using vivid words to express themselves. This was seen in article number 1 as they discussed mathematical ideas in 2022.